Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usman Fall gets it over to the far side. Awanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanchi Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
To please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening once again, and welcome to this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action. It is LSA Mustangs taking on FC Birmingham here at Meadowcreek Stadium. Thank you so much for watching on ASMG TV. My name is Larry Weaver. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's take a look at the leaderboard over here in the North region. LSA Mustangs, they're at the top of the table, though they have been hit. They took a loss last week and are now 4 wins, 1 loss. The undefeated are finally, they are wounded. Can FC Birmingham get some points and start to get towards their run into the playoffs? You want to get in that 4th spot. You see Pachuca, Georgia right there in that 4th position. Scenic City, Georgia Impact also there. This is from yesterday. We'll get an updated version in just a few moments. Getting word that Chattanooga Red Wolves, they've moved into 3rd place, with Georgia Impact moving into 4th. Pachuca, Georgia in 5th. We'll get that updated as we go through the match. We'll take a look at the South region. FC Columbus Elite, they're at the top of the table. Kalanji Pro Profile just underneath them, but they have several games in hand. Georgia Revolution and Augusta Arsenal, they were in those spots, but with that win for Red Top FC, they should be moving up there as well. They're in 4th place with Augusta Arsenal just a step behind them as the updated table from yesterday. That table will get updated throughout this match. LSA Mustangs, they're in the blue kits. FC Birmingham in the black kits. Looks like Mustangs are going to be moving from right to left. FC Birmingham will be moving from left to right. Like I said, you want to be in the top 4 at the end of the 10-match regular season to move on to the playoffs. The top 4 for the North will play each other until we have 1. Top 4 South will play each other until we have 1. And then in the finals, the top of the North, the top of the South will compete for a chance to move on to the national tournament. Daniel Emery with the whistle ready to get us underway. It'll be FC Birmingham that will get us started. There is the whistle, and we are underway here at Meadowcreek Stadium in Norcross. Thank you so much for watching here on ASMG TV. We were just here last night for the Norcross match versus Red Top. And a great win for Red Top. That match went back. It was 1-1 at the half, back and forth throughout the second half. Red Top getting the final goal to seal the win for them. That moves them up the table into 4th where they want to be. Augusta Arsenal is currently competing against UMA. We'll find out the results on that match as we go along. Maybe at the end of this match, possibly later on this week. Probably tomorrow we'll get the actual results. Other match that is going on today, Scenic City taking on Pachuca, Georgia. A big one here in the North, as Scenic City is currently 2nd with Pachuca, Georgia in 5th on the outside looking in. Good ball over the top here for the Mustangs. Deflected. Able to keep it in and clear. Be a throw for the Mustangs. Give us a chance to look at the referees for today's match. Daniel Emery is our center official. Griffin Westbrook, Claire Martinez, his ARs, and Gonzalo Camano, his 4th official. Mustangs will come over here to the near side, and what we've talked about many a time, this Mustangs, even though this is the first season for the Mustangs in the UPSL, this team is actually the team LSA Norcross Pro from last season. That Mustangs branch off from Norcross Pro. The Norcross Pro team is actually fielded by their Division I team from last year. So this Mustangs team is actually more what we would consider the Norcross Pro team. All of these teams beginning to branch off into multiple versions of themselves. You see Potros splitting and creating Red Top. That ball goes to Alexander Diolf, and he has it. Red Top is a portion of Potros FC, this LSA, both the Mustangs and Norcross, as well as the originators of the split, Kalanchi Pro Profile and Soccer Saves Lives. Ball coming into the box, but cleared away by Andrews, and that will be a throw for the Mustangs. One thing that the Red Top squad had, especially with their captain, Chris Johnson, last night, had that ability for that long throw into the box, almost like a corner itself, was very dangerous throughout that match. Good ball into space, but cleared by the Mustangs. Still in play. LSA Norcross, when they were coming up with the name for this squad, they were trying to decide what the name was going to be, and then it was brought up by yours truly that they play at the home of the Mustangs here at Meadowcreek Stadium. Maybe they should call themselves LSA Mustangs, and then that indeed is what they went with. Xavier Diolf, he goes down and he earns the foul and a yellow card. Early yellow card issued from Daniel Emery. Look at the replay. Ball bouncing off Andrews, attempting that. He comes trying to clean up his mistake. A little bit of a pull down. That's why he's called for that yellow card in the 4th minute. So he's going to have to be cognizant of that throughout this match. From our roster that we received from Birmingham, they only brought 3 substitutes for today's match. Remember, in the UPSL system, you can bring up to 7 substitutes per match. So Birmingham making the drive with a reduced roster. This ball is about 26 yards out, and it's almost dead center to goal. Junior Nunez getting his wall set up. He's got a 5-man wall. That one just not able to get down in time. It was up, but it was not able to get down. Fadness Pernay was over the ball. Back underway. Ooh, nice little nutmeg there from Isom. Diolf wins that back, gives it to Ramirez. He retreats to center circle, plays it over to the far side, receives it back. Alex Ramirez gives up a lot in height, but he can put a ball on frame just like that. He's good with distributing the ball in the midfield. Nunez will send that one to Price. Captain not able to work that past the defense of Orta and Ramirez. Nicolas Gutierrez, he'll play it back. Receive it once again. Looks to switch it here to the near side. Isom will play it back to Nunez, who will just clear it. Shot. Nunez able to get a hand on it. And clear. Ooh, that was a really, really spicy shot from Mustangs. Nunez with the wrist of steel, able to just get enough of a deflection on it to force it enough to allow Andrews to clear. Take a look at that again here in a moment. Work it here to the near side. Cut off by Andrews. He'll give it to Esom. Pass was a little off there from Andrews. Andrews has got to be careful, though. Over there in the void. The ball is a Birmingham throw. So far, Birmingham has played 5 matches. Technically 5 matches. They started off the season at home with a loss to Georgia Impact, 2-0. Went on the road to Potros, got a 1-1 draw. We're home to Pachuca, Georgia, and got a 3-3 draw as well. Then fell to Scenic City on the road, 4-2. And last week they were home to Atlanta Fire. Atlanta Fire had to forfeit that match, so that is a win for Birmingham. That is offsides. So right now, Birmingham in 6th place with 5 points. They have a goal differential of -1. Like we were talking about in the broadcast yesterday, the goal differentials are very interesting. They really are not what we would expect to see, especially when it comes to the South region. The North, it's a little bit what we would expect, but the South, it is very, very strange when it comes to goal differentials. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the match goes along. LSA Mustangs, like I said at the top of the match, suffered their first defeat in the season. They started out 4 straight victories. Defeated Scenic City on the road 3-2 in the home opener, or in the opener of the season. Their home opener against Atlanta Fire won 4-0. And then last week was the odd one. They did lose to Georgia Impact 3-2, even though it was slightly controversial. There was a mistake that happened in that match from the referee squad where a player was allowed to be subbed in incorrectly. We have not heard if there is, we did hear, there's ball, hits the wall, or side netting, and it'll go out, it'll be a corner. We did hear that the coach of the Mustangs is not going to protest that mistake by the referees. He only wanted that the referees be educated to make sure that that mistake doesn't happen again, and fair to Coach Michele for making that decision. And that's one of the things that is happening with the UPSL. There'll be an outswinger from Birmingham bouncing through. No foul. The UPSL has launched a nationwide referee respect campaign, respect the call. To introduce making sure that there's fairness and integrity and structure into the match, no unnecessary language or actions or anything like that that you can see from non-structured leagues. Foul committed on Price there. And you know how it is when you're playing the game. You get a call that you feel was unjust. Sometimes you want to let loose. Just refrain from that. Respect the call. If there was something that was done that was egregious in any way, shape, or form, there's ways in which teams can file appeals and all that if you feel like a card was issued unjustly or something of that nature. There's another foul there. He's checking on the Birmingham player. No trainer assistance needed for Estrada. So far with the Mustangs, 5 matches. They have a goal differential of +9. Right now, when it comes to the averages, Birmingham's averaging about a goal and a half every match. Mustangs right now, they're averaging 3 goals a match. We'll see if that comes out to fruition in this match. Mustangs working out of the back to Orta. Luis will send it forward. Didn't get it to Stanley Etienne, but he's able to get there. Nice little movement. Tried the pass, unable to do so. Through center circle. Puts the defender on his backside. Gets it to Price. Price will come over here to Esom. Into the box. A little too far of the angle. Rolls out. Goal kick. See that action from a little bit ago with that last corner. And you see when this ball comes in and it bouncing. You see Lawrence go down, but that's no penalty or anything like that. Just battling with the Mustangs player for position. Ball over the top, trying to run it down. Is he onside? Not going to matter because that ball is out. He was offsides anyways. I thought that he was off just by a step. That'll go all the way back. It'll be beneficial for Are they going to let it be a throw, or are they going to let it? They're going to go ahead and do the throw. But it is beneficial for Birmingham. And we were there for that home opener between Birmingham and Georgia Impact. Even though it was a 2-0 loss, it was closer than it seems in that the second goal came at the dying seconds of the match. A match in which FC Birmingham really dictated the pace for the first 10 minutes, got a penalty, unable to convert it, and the team really changed after that and really suffered after not making the penalty. They allowed the Fire to score in that first half. And then after that, they struggled, especially in the second half. They struggled to move the ball into the final third of Georgia Impact in that match. They've started, especially over the course of the last 2 matches, they've started getting goals in the back, starting to get balls in the back of the net and starting to put points on board. That's what you want. You want to continue to build, especially in the playoffs. Right now, Tavar Lawrence has 5 goals for Birmingham. Price with the other goal. They've only had 6 goals so far this season. Goal scorer for the Mustangs, Sebastian Carrera. He has 5 as well. Easom turns. He'll play it back. Wasn't able to completely control that. Easom helps out. Price thought about sending it back to Nunez. He'll send it. Switch. Able to get there. Oh, and absolutely taken out. That's a card in for sure. Sebastian Garraby with a yellow in the 20th minute. He absolutely takes out Tavar Lawrence. We'll watch the replay here in a moment. This ball is about 42 yards out. Or excuse me, 47 yards out. They lose it. And that'll be a foul. Estrada struggling to win the ball, commits the foul. Play it over here to the near side. So far, a yellow card issued to 1 on each side of the ball. Quickly thrown in by Diouf. Nice ball into the box. Shot in the back of the net for the opener. That was quickly taken and caught Birmingham off guard. And allows Penagos with the opening goal in the 20th minute. Take a look at this goal. Diouf gets it, immediately throws it in. And a beautiful ball for Pernay. Gives it to Penagos, and he hits it with his left, puts it in the back of the net to go up 1-0 for the Mustangs. That was a pretty ball through the center backs from Pranay. And a nice finish from Penagos. That ball will easily be controlled by Nunez. Throw in for the Mustangs. And Andrews has to be careful. You have to say that when it comes to that goal, that early yellow card for Tyreek Andrews, he has to be careful in that center back role to not commit the second and get the red card and go down a man for a significant portion of this match. So he's got to kind of let Pentecost through. Foot foul there. And it'll go to the Mustangs for the throw. Played through center circle to the far side. Nice little ball over the top, just nobody there for him. Birmingham come away with it. Turn up the gears through the midfield. Play it over here to Price. One-on-one with Gutierrez. It'll go to the corner. Excuse me, that was Orta, and there'll be a corner for Birmingham. With this being on the near side, the way that it's set up, it is hard to see that corner. That will go out, and it'll be a Mustangs ball. Right over here to Orta. Luis will move forward. We'll give it to Pernay. Nice ball sent forward. But Andrews will wait before sending it out. Deflected there, but still in possession of the Mustangs. Played over to the far side. Mustangs allowed to control the ball in their defense without any pressure from Birmingham right now. Ramirez with the ball. Cleared by Birmingham. Birmingham playing very, very compact right now. Andrews. Over here to Esom. Price able to get pass. Orta. Esom. Pass was deflected. Ramirez making his way through the midfield. He'll go over to the far side. Into the box. Deflected, and it'll be a corner. Joel Opara, number 13 for Birmingham, he's able to make long sprints in the midfield. He just hasn't connected with a teammate. Comes the in-swinger from the Mustangs. Punched away by Nunez. Comes back in, right into Nunez. Very Kobe Mainu-esque kind of a shot there. Price. Taking on Diouf. Still battling there. Good tackle there from Birmingham. Goes down and a foul. Not the first time that Estrada has hit the pitch from a tackle in this first half. Nice win of the ball right there. See when Estrada receives, tries to move forward, completely just tackled. This ball is about 33 and a half, 34 yards out. Three-man wall for the Mustangs. Andrews looking to use that power. Right into the wall. He's got it back. Trying to find it to Price, unable to do so. Gets it back. Switching, but right into the path of the Mustangs. Now they look to counter quickly to Stanley Etzenine. He's not going to be able to get there. Cleared by Birmingham. Makes its way to Price. Trying to lay it off for the runner through center circle, but not able to communicate properly. That'll be a foul committed there by Hernandez. Scores from the Newswire, and a great result when it comes to Potros. Potros 4, Atlanta Fire 1. Finally, some points on the board for Potros. They have struggled to find a win this season. That will be only their second. Excuse me, the first of the season. Birmingham man took his boot and sock off almost immediately, limping over to the sideline. That is Asri, number 6. Bouncing and cleared. Oh, that is the result. That is their first win. 2 losses and 3 draws for Potros. Into the box, sliding across, all the way past. Goal kick. Dangerous, dangerous ball for Nunez to allow across the face a goal. See this ball get into the box. The cross comes through. Esom gets a touch on it. Back alive. Foul. Center official wanting to have word with. Last warning, he says, to Penagos. See Coach Gragul right there for Birmingham coming back into the head coach responsibilities for Birmingham. ASMG had the time to speak to Coach Gragul earlier this season. ASMG's Andre Bomar with that interview. You can catch it in our set pieces interviews. Foul will be committed. Switch a play over here to Esom. Good settle from the young man. Loses it, but Andrews is right there. Price, deflected, throw. Not able to get through that tackle. Will win it back. Shot taken. What a save from Alexander Diouf. Stanley Etienne holding off the challenge from Esom. Loses possession. Birmingham. Play it back. Esom again. Tried to nutmeg. Get that success. Gave it to Penagos. He immediately plays it back. Ramirez. Lose possession that time. Price, nice move there. In the near channel, needs somebody to come with him. Goes down off of the Pernay foul. Such an easy foul. That's what a striker does there. Feels the pressure coming from Pernay, goes down, earns the foul, the set piece. You're right at 23 yards out. Takes the time to stay down. see what Birmingham decides to do here. Are they going to try to go for the accurate pass, or are they going to try to go for some sort of power shot on goal? Esom and Estrada over the ball. Estrada looks to be taking this. Two-man wall for the Mustangs. Nice little touch there. Deflected. An attempt off of the training ground. Went to naught, but Estrada is in. He goes down. It'll be a corner. Player down off the ball. We will take a look at the replay. This replay is sponsored by Images Frozen in Time. Take a look at this. They get the ball back, give it to Estrada. He makes the turn into the box. Luis Orta. I don't think Estrada made contact with the ball. Here comes the corner. Headed, but that one off the mark, out for a goal kick. I don't think I don't think Orta made proper contact with the ball. I think he took Estrada down there and could have been a penalty. Esom wins it back for Birmingham. They are starting to grow into this match. Price dispossessed by Stanley Etienne. Etienne. That large frame, hard to move off the ball. Shot taken. Good save there by Junior Nunez. 41 minutes in. LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 0. Mustangs trying to take another shot. Still in the box. Goes to Andrews. Andrews chested down, allows Nunez to grab it. We'll see if we have any stoppage time as we get closer to the end of regular time. Price trying to get space. He goes down. That's a foul. It looks like that is going to be a card for Orta. Indeed it is. In the 42nd minute. Price has been battling with this near side defense of Mustangs throughout this first half. Two-man wall. Esom the only one over this ball. Makes it a one-man wall. That ball cut off, but goes right back to Esom. Into the box. Cleared. It'll be a throw. Set pieces from Birmingham have not been very effective in this first half. Throws it to Lawrence. They will lose it. Now a transition for the Mustangs. Switch it to the far side. Etienne has space. He's going to receive this, and he is in a great position. He'll take it. Foot save by Nunez. That was a great ball to Etienne. Deflected and kept in by Diouf. Nice switch of play from Diouf. That one makes its way through, rolls out, goal kick. Look at this ball. Switch of play to Etienne. Look at him all alone over here on the near side. Receives it, and a great save there by Nunez. Back live as we roll through the final minute of regular time here in the first half. Tried to step in front of that pass. That ball will go out. Throw for the Mustangs quickly. Ramirez. Giving up almost a foot and a half to Opara. Does Ramirez in that midfield. Gets past the first challenger. Almost past the second, earns the foul. And his foot was a little extended there. See on the replay. And it's Lawrence. Gets past that first challenge. Reaches out for the ball, and it kind of hyperextends his own knee there. It looks like they're looking at his left wrist area. Let's see if we see that again. Did he? See, he receives the ball here, makes the turn, gets past the first one. And it's that. I see a hyperextension of that right knee. But he's definitely getting treatment on his left elbow. So do I see anything? Once again, he holds off the challenge. He's being pulled back. He is up and moving. Good to see for Tavar Lawrence. Did not see a confirmation. A yellow card is issued to a player for Mustangs. I'm not sure if it has to do with the play or with something said. We'll get confirmation on that. Nevertheless, we have a free kick for Birmingham, 36 yards out. Andrews steps over. Estrada bouncing right into the hands of Alexander Diouf. And that will do the first 45 here at Meadowcreek Stadium. We go to the half. LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 0. Birmingham's had a couple of chances. They will have some discussion at halftime, I'm sure. Get retooled from Coach Grigul. Give it a shot at the equalizer and maybe have a chance to come away with some points. We'll step away for a few moments, allow you to get a drink and a snack. We'll come back. We'll give you 45 more minutes of action here at Meadowcreek Stadium. It ends at the half. LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 0.
Coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usman Fall gets it over to the far side. Awanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanchi Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive...
And welcome back to Meadowcreek Stadium for this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action. At the half, it is LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 0. Give us a chance to take a look at the scores around the league this weekend. Keep an eye, FC Columbus Elite, they had a 3-1 win over UFA Lawrenceville. Georgia Revolution with a 1-0 win over Angeles. LSA Norcross losing to Red Top 4-3. Still waiting to get confirmation on that Augusta Arsenal UMA match. Atlanta Fire losing to Potros FC 4-1. Scenic City currently defeating Pachuca, Georgia. That match is still in session, 4-0 last I saw. LSA Mustangs, FC Birmingham 1-0. That is this week. We can see the leaderboard when it comes to the North, where we are tonight. As it stands right now in the North, LSA Mustangs, they're at the top of the table with 12. Scenic City, Chattanooga, right there with them, 12 points. Georgia Impact, 11. Pachuca, Georgia, is on the outside looking in. Potros with those 3 points, they are now within distance. They have 4 more matches in this season. They could find themselves in the playoffs. They still have an opportunity. Birmingham still mathematically could make the playoffs. Pachuca, Georgia, we'll find out if they fall to Scenic City. Soccer saves lives. More than likely, they're going to stay out of the playoffs. It would take a little bit of math to make that work. Atlanta Fire, they're currently in the drop zone to go down to Division 1. We take a look over at the south side. FC Columbus Elite continue this beautiful streak into the playoffs. The merging between FC Columbus Elite and Fountain City FC really was the right thing to do. They have been sensational this spring season. Georgia Revolution, they continue to march their way to the top. You have to keep in mind, even though Kalanji is right there at 12 points, they have 3 matches in hand against Columbus Elite. They're going to have a busy May as they have to catch up with everybody else. Red Top, they are sitting in that 4th spot, that sweet spot to the playoffs. Augusta Arsenal, UFA Lawrenceville just on the outside. Angeles, UMAFC down there on the outside looking in. LSA Norcross Pro, as of right now, halfway through their season, they're not in a space that they want to be. They look to be moving down to Division 1 as well. Quick look in regards to next week. Week 9 of the Premier Division. Saturday is going to be light. Just Angeles and Augusta Arsenal, FC Birmingham, and Chattanooga Red Wolves 2. Sunday, very busy. Start at 4 o'clock. Georgia Impact, Soccer Saves Lives, UMA, LSA Norcross. Then at 4:30, Pachuca takes on Atlanta Fire. At 7 o'clock, 3 in a row, Potros FC, LSA Mustangs. That is going to be a massive match for Potros if they want to have a chance into the playoffs. UFA Lawrenceville, Georgia Revolution, Kalanji Pro Profile finally back in action. And who do they take on? Columbus Elite. That is going to be a stunner of a match. Just about ready to get everybody back so that we can get back underway in the second half. LSA Mustangs are going to be getting the ball first. They're moving in the blue kits from left to right. FC Birmingham in the black kits moving from right to left. If you are a fan of Birmingham, you want to get a goal early and get this equalized and then fight for a winning goal so that you can make that trip back to Birmingham, Alabama with a smile on your face. Thank you so much for watching here on ASMG TV. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get all the notifications of our content, not just these live matches, but highlights, podcasts, interviews, so very much more here on ASMG TV. Our center official, Daniel Emery, over the ball, ready to get us underway. And there is the whistle. We are underway for 45 more minutes of action here at Meadowcreek Stadium. An absolutely beautiful night tonight. It is 66 degrees. Great spring day here in Georgia. Enjoy it for the milliseconds that it is, as the 80s will return sooner rather than later. Mustangs lose possession in the midfield. We found out at the half that Bilal and Estrada for FC Birmingham had switched jerseys before kickoff. So that entire first half, calling number 12 Estrada, it was actually Bilal. So apologies. Got to let us know these things when you decide to change jerseys. Opara loses possession. High in the air, controlled by Birmingham. Lawrence looks like he is doing better after a little bit of that injury. Xavier Diouf able to win that for Mustangs, but his teammates kind of got in the way there, but that's okay. That ball goes out. It'll be a goal kick. Sebastian Farias coming into goal for the Mustangs, taking over for Alexander Diouf. One of the few teams that has the two active goalkeepers and switches them at halftime. A lot of these teams will come into a match with only the active goalkeeper. And then you have instances that we had a few weeks ago when the Atlanta Fire keeper and the SSL player clashed heads, had to be subbed out for concussion protocol, and Fire had to play the remainder of that match with a field player in goal. Etienne. Good pass, cut off there by Andrews. Good timing there by the center back. Saw what was coming, cleared it out for Birmingham. Substitution, Orta coming off, which Orta had a yellow card, so that was a good decision. Over here to Garraby. Ramirez. Diouf. Cut off by Birmingham. Foul committed by Christian Hernandez. Center official having a talk with the captain, Price, in regards to that foul. And Tanin is over the ball. It's at 35 yards out. Into the box, headed, but blasted away by Andrews. That ball knocked out by Opara. It'll be a throw for the Mustangs. Have a player down in the box. Mustangs lose possession. Price, Esom, into the channel for Opara. Here comes Price, one-timed it. Good save by Farias. Good ball forward, good attack from Birmingham there. Ramirez has plenty of time to just play it back. Ramirez got it to Etienne, but Etienne could not hold possession. Here comes the Mustangs again. Nice tackle clearance there by Bilal. Ramirez back underway quickly to Gutierrez. Nicholas has just plenty of space to move forward if he wishes. He will send it from center circle over to the near side. Just too much pace on it. Out for a throw. Price trying to run that down, and he almost got there. Garrity was able to have just about a half a step in front of him. Here comes Ramirez. Goes over to the far side, receives it right back. He will send a long ball. Able to get it, tried to one-time it, and that one off the mark, out for a goal kick. Nunez will release, but right back into the attack. Good work there by Bilal. Go back and look at that opportunity for Birmingham. And look at this perfect ball. So Apara gets it there on the far channel, and he perfectly puts it to Price. He tried to one-time it. That was good. If a little bit more of an angle, he might have gotten that one snuck by Farias. Diouf loses possession. Opara's touch lets him down. One-on-one. Tried the back heel, wasn't able to do it. And Birmingham just going to have to throw it out. Substitute for LSA. End of the day for Garrity. Again, another smart choice. 2 subs coming on, as Garrity was on a yellow card. Coach Michele being smart, getting those yellow cards off the pitch. Geronimo Perez back now into field of play. Eduardo Gutierrez tries to switch the play. Not able to keep that ball in. It'll be a goal kick. So fans, if you want to extend your appreciation to your favorite UPSL team, go over to UPSLFanshop.com, where you can find apparel for your favorite teams. That includes teams from the Georgia Conference like UMAFC, FC Birmingham, teams in the Middle Atlantic like Soda City from Florida, Miami United, and also teams like Kalanji Pro Profile. Many different types of tees, UPSL shirts and hoodies, as well as Voight balls, patches, pennies, so much more. Find it at UPSLFanshop.com. Opara with the ball. Esom was running into the channel, was looking for the pass, didn't get it. Shot that one off the mark, out for a goal kick. All of these teams here in the Premier Division, they want to make it into their respective conference playoffs, earn the right to represent their conference in the national tournament, have an opportunity to make it to the Final Four, win the national title, get that championship trophy, and a little bit of that big pie of the $155,000 national tournament prize pool. Be a corner for the Mustangs. New York Renegades winning the national title this last fall. Last spring, Tennessee Tempo. Conversation with both sides here. Into the box, headed away. Renegades winning that national title against Provo FC 2-0. Into the box again for the Mustangs. Put that ball a little bit farther away from himself. He's able to get the back heel. Switch of play, cut off by Esom. And cleared by Birmingham. Ball here in the near channel, plenty of space. High in the air, that ball out for goal kick. Last time a Georgia Conference team made it to the Final Four, that was the fall of 2021. Kalanji Pro Profile made it to the Final Four. Able to win in the penalty shootout with LAFC to win third place. Last time the Georgia Conference had a national champion was before the Premier Division. Fall of 2020, Jenga Atlanta won the national title in that undefeated season. That was back when there was only one division in the UPSL men's side. The summer will have two national champions. As not only will the men be crowned a national champion, the women who are getting ready to start their season will crown the second inaugural, or the second national champion, the inaugural champions, Albany Alley Cats. We'll see if they'll have an opportunity to get back into the national tournament. ASMG was the broadcast provider for the women's national tournament last season. They're at the Kansas City Current training facility. And while the Georgia Conference is our home, we begin coverage of the Midwest West region this coming week, as we will be the broadcast providers for Granite City FC out of Minnesota in the Midwest West. We will cover the home matches for their men's and women's. First match of the season for Granite City FC will be Wednesday night against Superior. Superior City FC kickoff will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern up at Tech Stadium. In the corner, battle. And that'll be a foul committed by Bilal, and he'll earn a yellow card for that here in the 66th minute. Two-man wall for Birmingham. Oh, Diouf tried to sneak that one in. That was a good try for Xavier Diouf. And Etienne having words with Nunez. Etienne needs to control himself, otherwise he will end up having an early evening. Take a look at what happened. Let's see as we get underway here. I see exactly what happened. You see that push from Nunez. You saw that push from behind. Etienne was not appreciative of that push from Nunez. Where the words came from. And you understand from both sides of the ball, the striker is trying to basically block out the keeper. And the keeper is trying to maintain his space. You know, they both have their assignments. Opara wins the ball. Tries to thread it into the box, unable to do so, as there was 3 separate bodies that he was trying to get that ball through. Xavier Diouf will go over to the far side. Chested down, controlled by Perez. He's able to get it forward. Good battle here. Nice tackle, nice clearance. Be a corner. But great work there by Perez, number 5 for Birmingham. Again, a player going down in the box as they are all around Nunez. This time it is Henry Perez who's down. with all the bodies around the back line, I didn't see why Perez is down. I didn't see Diouf or Etienne or somebody making or committing the foul. And I haven't spoken about this on the broadcast. We originally received a roster for FC Birmingham with a full 11 men plus 3 subs. We found as we were going through the match that they only brought 10 players. A yellow card is going to be issued to Etienne. So in the 71st minute, Stanley Etienne is going to get a yellow card. So FC Birmingham have been playing the entire match down a man. They've been playing with 10 men the entire match. Spoke to the owner about it during the match. Just due to circumstances, they brought a short roster tonight. And they've been playing really, really well. They've been in the match the entire time. It was about midway through the first half that I noticed it. And in this circumstance, Henry Perez will have to come off as the trainer came out and is administering some treatment on the right rib area for Perez. Perez is on his feet. I'm not sure if maybe because of all the bodies, maybe he received an elbow in the ribs. About to get back underway. It'll be a corner. That ball will roll through. Goal kick. Going back and looking at that situation in that corner, our Crackerjack team, we see that it was Stanley Etienne elbows Perez in the ribs, and rightfully so, earned the yellow, and rightfully so is subbed out of this match as he started to lose his head in this match. And that's something that the rules committee, the group here in the UPSL that looks over matches and sees if there's any egregious issues with, nice save there from Farias. They'll look at that, and if they deem that needs to be more than just that yellow, they will issue it to the Mustangs and Etienne. And that'll be a Mustangs ball. Ramirez. Good switch to Diouf. Diouf tries to hit it, and that ball will roll out, and it'll be a goal kick. Good tackle there. That'll be a throw for Birmingham. Into the box, trying to fight for it, loses possession still, continuing to battle. Lawrence, and collision there between the two players. Calling the trainer out. Take a quick look at this. You see as this ball is cleared. Just collision between the two players. Both of them are up. Opara looks to be okay. "78 minutes in, LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 0. A goal coming in the 20th minute by number 19 Penagos for the Mustangs. This ball is about 38 yards out. Looks to be Esom over the ball. Opara is allowed to come back on. I'm sorry, that is Lawrence over the ball. Into the box. Andrews not able to get there. Be a goal kick. Good try here from Lawrence. Just off on the timing right there with Andrews. Back live. Come over here to Eduardo Gutierrez. He thought about sending it long. Goes for the short pass, trying to be pushed off the ball, going to be fouled by Christian Hernandez. Ramirez. Diouf. Comes over here to the near channel, going to get to the winger. Holding off and foul. Bilal called for the foul. See, it's a good pass from Diouf. Gets past Bilal. Tries to run back down, retrieve it. Luckily outside the box. He committed that foul. This ball is about 22 yards out. Two-man wall for Birmingham. Right into the hands of Nunez. Probably let that bounce about one time more than would be wanted. Bouncing through. Price touches it, gets it forward. Oh, that was a critical connection with the defender. They wanted a back pass. But with more of just a stick a foot out and deflecting that, that's not going to be called the back pass that the Birmingham fans would like to see. Esom now hits the brakes, good turn, and just closed down by Mustangs, and that will be a foul in center circle. And center official coming all the way over to Coach Gragul and is issuing a yellow card to Coach Gragul. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure why Daniel carded Coach Gragul there. Daniel Emery, our center official, he was named the 2025 Georgia Soccer Male Referee of the Year. He's one of the most respected center refs here in the UPSL. And that's an offsides. Not quite sure. Selected for the national camp, national referee candidates. It was more than likely due to that, saying that that was a back pass. Getting word that it was a warranted yellow card for Coach Gragul, even though they looked confused as to why. It's always the case that you but you saw that, I mean, that was more of a deflection, and we can look at the replay here in a moment. It wasn't a back pass, it was a deflection. And that is going to be called a Birmingham foul. We'll first go back and look at the descent here. You see that ball as it's bouncing through, gets to Price. Price sends it forward. He just gets a flick on it, and that's why it's not considered a back pass. The player down, we will see here with the throw coming in from Bilal. And that's just 2 feet coming together there between Lawrence and trying to verify who. Oh, that was Eduardo Gutierrez, who went just boot to boot between Lawrence and Gutierrez. Rolling into the 86th minute, LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 0. Goal coming in the 20th minute by Penagos, number 19, for the Mustangs. Price. Now, this Birmingham squad starting to press. They have played very defensively all night, done a sensational job coming to this match with a limited roster. Calling for an illegal throw from Bilal. That's the second of the match. Geronimo Perez gets us back underway, and there will be a foul there by Christian Hernandez. Diouf gets us back underway, gives it to Ramirez. He goes to the far side, coming back to the defense. Nunez just able to release that ball. It'll be a throw. Expect some stoppage time in this second half as we get closer to full time of the regular. Ramirez takes his time, plays it back. Farias will come over here to Gutierrez. He will play a long ball forward, bouncing over. Andrews is able to get there. Battling with two LSA Mustangs. That is a clean tackle. Playing over here to the near side. Back to Bilal. He'll give it to Hernandez. Now moving forward. Opara. That pass a little slow, but Andrews is there to get it. To Asri, to Andrews. Trying to use that body to shield himself. Esom loses it. Opara will win it back. Now he's starting to move forward. Price goes down. Lawrence loses possession. Gets it right back from Andrews. He'll give it to Lawrence, gives it to Price, tried to give it back, gets it back, Price. I thought he had it there. Now counterattack coming from the Mustangs. Trying to stand him up. Lay it to Pranay. Pranay works it down to Geronimo Perez. Perez able to keep it in. Pass the tackle from Bilal. Puts it into the box. And Esom clears. In action as Birmingham pushes numbers forward into the box. Andrews just trying to hold him up as he's already on a card. Andrews got that yellow card in the 4th minute. He has played really well after that. He's had to be smart. Seconds left in regular time. Coming over here to the near side, into the box, tries the bicycle. Straight up into the air and out. Goal kick for Birmingham. Nunez. He will send it long. Lawrence trying to turn with it. Loses. Birmingham not going away quietly. Esom cannot get it to Asri. They are pressing, trying to find the equalizer late in this match. Esom. Balau. There's Asri. Lifted over, good ball to Opara. He's in the box. There's the ball and it's in! There is the equalizer for FC Birmingham. What a great job for FC Birmingham. Down a man the entire time. Gets a little Cunha dance there at the end. From Tavar Lawrence to equalize in stoppage time. Coming from Opara. Look at this replay. It comes from the hard work there in the corner by Joel Opara. Look at him right here. Taking on two men, sliding it across, and it finds its way to their goal scorer, Tavar Lawrence, to make it 1-1. This could be one of the hardest earned points for FC Birmingham. Ramirez gets it to Diouf. Diouf is able to turn. Great defensive work here. Price just forcing that ball back. Over here to the near side, chested down by Perez. Geronimo Perez gets it forward. He'll receive it. Nunez wanting a foul, not going to get it, but is Geronimo Perez. Nunez will go down. That is Tavar Lawrence's 6th goal of the season. That'll probably go down as his best goal so far. That ball cleared. Goal kick. Nunez clearing it out in the 95th minute. Price chests it down, gets it forward. Almost able to find its way to Lawrence again. Esom forcing that ball back. Square pass for Mustangs. Wasn't able to get that cut off to Geronimo. He goes down. Shielding it for Nunez. Good work there from Asri and Perez to shield that ball so that Nunez could get up there and clear. That ball finds its way bouncing. Price cannot receive that ball. Asri trying to jump. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest equalizers late in the match for this to end. LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 1. Sensational work from the boys from Birmingham. That is a sensational result for them. They came to this match down on the roster, only being able to bring 10 men. Went down in the first half 1-0, and they come away with a draw. You can see the results here this week. See if we have any information in regards to a final over in that Scenic City Pachuca match, as Pachuca was down significantly at the early stages of the second half. It did end 4-0. So that is where we stand throughout week 8. We'll take a quick look at week number 9. Short Saturday, Angeles taking on Augusta Arsenal. FC Birmingham will be home to Chattanooga Red Wolves 2 on Sunday. Georgia Impact, home to Soccer Saves Lives. UMA, home to LSA Norcross Pro. Pachuca, Georgia, home to Atlanta Fire United. Potros FC, they are taking on LSA Mustangs. A much-needed win for Potros if they want to find their way into the playoffs. UFA Lawrenceville taking on Georgia Revolution. And then Kalanchi Pro Profile finally back in action, and they take on FC Columbus Elite. It's going to be some big, big matches next week. So thank you so much for watching here on ASMG TV. My name's been Larry. We were happy to bring you through all of this action. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get all of our content notifications, not just these live matches, but podcast highlights, interviews, so much more. From Meadowcreek Stadium, we end LSA Mustangs 1, FC Birmingham 1. Have a great evening, everybody.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.